Hello everyone. I'm Manic, and actually, where's a rat and lizard? They're usually like fighting by now. They. Oh my god. All right. I'm guessing they're finally done. That. All right. Anyways, as you can see, I did it. Uh, a triple play, like the legendary triple play, three in a row, like never before seen. Three recording sessions in a row, but yeah, I want to get this. I want to get these moves out of the way. I want to get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. So let's get to the notes. Finish off on this series. It has been, yeah, it has been fun. Like going through the franchise. I'll talk about it at the end, but let's get on with it. So my first note. This movie really disappointed me, especially at the beginning. It kind of made up for it. It's still pretty bad. Probably not as bad as 5, but still pretty bad. So in the beginning, we see Ghostface, but like we see Ghostface. We see who the killer is. It's Jason. That's the killer's name. Like I was wondering why it was like lingering on his face so long. Then he takes off the mask. He does like right over the body because he's dumb and all that. So and then we see who Ghostface is. Like I thought that's what the movie was gonna be. Like from Ghostface perspective, doesn't that sound really interesting? Like if they want to make Scream 7 like that, that would actually be really cool. That sounds. We see how the characters slowly begin to think as them. We see them getting called out for things they did. Like does that not sound really cool? Like, I wish that's what this movie was, because that really sounds like a really fun idea. Yeah. So, but then it's not, sadly. Then we see like another Ghostface hunting that Ghostface and his also his roommate, his friend that was also a Ghostface. They were gonna be the killers if the bigger killer didn't come get him. The family, Richie's family, because they're the killers. Yeah, like there's so many Ghostface hunting each other. It's like it's like the Spider-Man meme. Like they're all pointing at is. There are so many Ghostface in this movie. There were 5 Ghostface in this movie. Like, isn't that not ridiculous? I know 2 get killed off right at the beginning, but 5 Ghostface in the movies. That's crazy. Yeah. My next note. Yeah, I'm disappointed. The movie wasn't from Ghostface perspective. And so, also with this one takes place in New York. So that's a bit different. Ghostface takes New York. Like a lot like Friday the 13th. I'm gonna have to watch that too at some point. I'm not doing any more series right now. I want to move on a bit from that, but yeah. So yeah, it takes place in New York this time. Like I don't think they never go back to what was borough during this movie, so it doesn't really change anything. But nice change of pace, I guess. And then so we see the psychiatrist scene where Sam's talking to the psych. He's like, she starts actually opening up, talking about how she had to kill the what's his name, Richie, her boyfriend. She had to kill Richie, and how she was stabbing him, and she was like, I don't know, like it felt right that I was doing it, that she was doing it. And then he's like, I don't think I'm equipped to deal with this. It's like, then who is? You're a psychiatrist. Who would be more equipped to deal with somebody going through mental troubles than a psychiatrist. What do you mean you're not equipped? Wouldn't he be the most equipped? Like, what did he believe the rumors? I mean, there's no way he could have known about the rumors because he was like, you never tell me about anything that's going on. I don't know what happened. And he's like, and then when he's told, he's like, oh, I don't know if I can be around you. It's like, like the investigation took place, right? It's like, unless, like, yeah, the investigation took place. So I don't understand why he's so scared. They know who got killed, why, they finished the investigation of what's going on. They finished the paperwork. And then, like, they make it seem like Scream 5, the ending would happen in Scream 5, where Richie got killed, Amber got killed. Like, they make it seem like that was, like, just off the record. Like, that just happened, and then everybody just, like, went home or something. Because why is he so weird about it? Why is he being weird about it? It doesn't make any sense. But, okay. Oh, okay. This is what I was alluding to in the last video. Chad is absolutely awesome. He's my favorite character in the series. He's been in 5. He didn't do much. I honestly didn't think too much of him. In 6, this guy is an absolute legend. He is the best. Chad is the best. Chad is the absolute best. He's my favorite character by far. In 1 through 5, I didn't even have a favorite character. Everybody was just like a character. But Chad is an absolute legend. I'll talk about him throughout the movie. So Chad over here hyping up Ethan. He's like, Chad he's like, oh, you're so, go get that girl. You're so cool. You're so handsome. And he's like, go talk to her. And then he's also helping out with Tara, like, don't go up there with that guy. That guy's what do you call him? What's that guy's name? I don't remember. Roofie, whatever the guy's name was. It's like, I mean, he wanted to be with Tara. So either way, even if he did do it just because he wanted to be Tara, it was still the right thing to do. Chad's awesome. He an absolute legend. And then we see Sam gets told about where Tara is. She doesn't want Tara to be over there at the party because she's all worried about her safety and all that because of what happened in 5. She was attacked and all that. All of them were attacked. So she shows up at the party after she's told by whatever her Quinn. After she's told by Quinn where Tara is, and then she's like after everything's settled. They're like pushing each other, like, all right. She's like, no, I want to go up with the guy, or all that stuff Tara's saying. And then Sam walks up like, you know what? I'm gonna tease you in the balls. And then she that was a bit much. The situation was pretty much solved by that time. And then she walks up, tases the guy. It's like, it was settled. It was already settled. Why'd you do? They had it settled. It was okay by then. But yeah. And then we skip a bit to the gas station. Ghostface absolutely folded 3 people in the gas station. It's like a guy with a shot. How do you let a guy with a knife fold you when you have a shotgun? I see one of the guys. I see why the first guy. Okay, you got clobbered. You weren't ready. Did the second guy? He grabs his arm, like one of his arm. The one without the knife. He gets absolutely obliterated. But then the shopkeeper with the shotgun, you know what he does? Right before when Ghostface turned around, he calls out the guy. He's like, "Hey, hey!" Then he shoots the shotgun, so Ghostface is able to dodge. And then we got Tara and Sam over there trying to get out the door, like, because he said run out the back. He's like, "We need the keys." It's like, then he tries to grab the keys and he gets him killed. It's like, how are you so focused on grabbing the keys that you forget like somebody has a knife and is about to stab you? And then how do you get stabbed? How do you lose that fight? Come on. It's like, and then he gets the shotgun. He's walking around with the shotgun, and he's just blasting. He's not worried about ammo or anything. Dude's just blasting. And then the crazy part is about that they should have been gone. Both Tara and Sam, they should not have been able to get out of that gas station. Or why am I, it wasn't even a gas. It's a convenience store, but they should not have been able to get out because all Ghostface had to do was blitz them, run up, like what are they gonna do? What, jump them? Like run up, get around the corner? It's like you have them severely outgunned. It's like he really, and then he's over here walking slow, like he can't find them. The convenience store is super small. There's only so many places they could be, so they should have known that. He should have just known where they were. Like they were behind one of the 3 aisles, and he somehow was getting distracted by them throwing cans and like. Ooh. But but then they push an aisle on top of him, and then he gets out the back door because I'm guessing at some point after he grabbed the gun, he's also grabbed the keys and ran out. And then he escaped. Police didn't catch him. All right, my next note. Okay, I make my first guess. 38 minutes in, Ethan is the killer. Absolutely nailed it. I'm the best. I didn't know about, other 2 killers. No, I didn't suspect Quinn at all. I had a feeling about Bailey, Officer Bailey, but I don't know. Since he was a police officer, I just didn't suspect him anymore. But yeah, but I got that one right. And then we see Kirby comes back. Y'all remember her in number 4? She's back. She works with the FBI now, or used to work with the FBI. Then she got called off because she was mental problems or something like that. But yeah, okay, yeah, she's here. I wasn't a crazy fan of her before, or I didn't dislike her either. But she's back. Yeah, I guess another. Yeah, for whatever reason. And then my next note. We are 6 movies in. Gail still is awful. It's like she's still like asking them about right after they get out of the. She's like, what did she say? I think she's asking, oh, do you think Ghostface coming back is because of you? Do you think it's your fault? Or, something like that. Something like an awful question to ask somebody. And then, you would think, I was saying this like in number 3 or something, that you would think after so long she would have changed by now. But man, this character is static. It is ridiculous. She is absolutely static. Like, she does not change. And then my next note. This Ghostface reminded me of Scream 3's because he's not stumbling around too much, or he's kind of bulldozing through people and all that stuff. He's kind of intimidating, I'd say. So you kind of remind me of Scream 3's Ghostface. Yeah. Oh yeah. And then my next note, Chad. You know what? It's like it's weird. Dewey disappears, and then we get Chad the Legend. It's like. Chad makes me happy. Dewey makes me sad. It's like, what a turn. That's the one good thing about this movie. Chad is awesome. And like he's talking about like Core 4 forever. All this. Him, Chad, Mindy, Tara, and Sam's like Core 4 forever. I want to be Core 5. Put me in there. I want to be Core 5. Let me in. If Chad's there, I want to be there. Okay. In my next note. Okay, so Ghostface, he gets into the house with them, or gets into their apartment. At some point, he sneaks in, and then he, attacks Quinn, because we later found out Quinn's wasn't actually attacked. I'm guessing like Quinn let him in at some point. So, you would think that since You would think since Sam's like the least injured that she would stay back while everybody else went through, but she left. I know. What's her name? Mindy was saying like, "I got the door. You go on." Like, I think Sam should be holding the door. You know, she's the least injured. You're literally bleeding out, but you want to like, no, I've got the door. I've got the door. I got it. Like, bro, get across the ladder. So Sam could hold the door because you know she's got more strength because she's not bleeding out like you are. And then we also have Anita. She goes last even though she's like the most injured out of everybody. And we see Ghostface. He's like somehow absolutely, you know, he's wailing on that ladder. He's flipping it all over there, and like she's not even like gripping the ladder. She's all like she's not gripping it. It's like. And he's over there wobbling the ladder and all that stuff. You would think he would like throw the ladder off. Why was he just trying to like a trampoline jump her off or like push it through the window? I know they're all holding it, but like they're holding it down. Like if he was to like push it forward, she would probably fall or like. And then. I don't even know how he's even lifting it. He's lifting it so easily as if she's not. Like, dude must be, like, beefy. Even though he's not. Like, it's either Ethan or the old man. Like, they're not lifting her like that. Yeah, and then she falls off and dies. But, yeah. Okay, and then after that, Ghostface, you know what happened to Ghostface after that? Just like in Scream 5, he escapes. How did he escape from that? So Tara and Chad, they're outside the door. They got locked out of the apartment because Ghostface closed the door and locked it. And all the others, they escaped through the window. How did Ghostface get out? Maybe is there a fire escape? But if there's a fire escape, then they would have went out the fire escape instead of getting a ladder or whatever. It's like, or maybe it was like in the living room or something. I guess that's how he could have gotten out through the fire escape or something. Yeah, there's probably a fire escape. Never mind then. But what I was going to say is like, I don't know how he would have gotten caught if he went out, you know, the front door, because you know Tara and Chad was out there. But yeah, he's probably just used a fire escape. Okay, and then you know we get to like the theater where there's the giant collection of like stab memorabilia and all that stuff. You know what? It's crazy to say this, but you know it made me think like I do miss Dewey. I miss making fun of him. Like we saw the little case of Dewey. You know, see him like all the memories of how useless and garbage he was, making fun of him, like, yeah. But you know, I got Chad now, so who cares? And then, so what was this? So they also try to catch my next note. They try to catch Ghostface. They do what they were doing in the Scream 2. This movie copies Scream 2 a lot. Like I know it's like they're talking about it's a recall, but they really, 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 really copy Scream 2. They do the van scene. They're trying to catch a killer. They do what else do they do that's the same? I'll talk about when I get to it. But this was really, really similar to Scream 2. It's like a little too similar, and I already didn't like Scream 2, but. Okay, so my next note. So you're talking about, or who was it? Mindy was saying to Kirby, like, Randy died because he had, her uncle Randy still died, even though they had the police protecting him. But the thing is, he had Dewey protecting him. If you have Dewey protecting you, you have nobody protecting you. Like give Kirby and Bailey. Okay, well, Bailey was one of the killers, but give Kirby a chance. Like, by the way, they were okay by that at the end of that because nobody they were going after Gale, but give Kirby a chance. Believe in Kirby. Like, Kirby is don't blame Kirby for Dewey's failures. All right, in my next note, so Gale, it was. Gale, the way she put up her fight overall, her fight was garbage. But she has some good moments in her fight. Like she has some really smart moments. But let's go through the fight a little bit. So Gale, she gets attacked by Ghostface. He pops in. He was already in the room. Gets her boyfriend, and then chases after her and all that stuff. She locks herself into a room, grabs a gun, shoots through the door like 2 or 3 times, and then she's like, and then she gets called, and he's like, "Oh, you got me. I'm gonna go. I'm heading down the elevator right now." Like, what? I don't know why he said all that, as if she would believe it. And then she shoots through the door some more. And then Gale, she makes the dumb move of she leaves. Why'd you leave that room? Like, camp in that room. Hang up on this dude. Call the police. You have no reason to leave that room. You got nobody else to save. You got nobody else to protect. It is just you in that room. Your boyfriend's already dead. Do not leave. But she opens the door and she goes out. It's like, Gale, come on, Gale. And then but she does have the okay, before I keep continuing, Dewey gets mentioned by the killer. He's like, Dewey was a fan favorite. Whose favorite? Whose favorite character is Dewey? Like, I don't know. Maybe like in a bad way. Like, he's so bad he's good. But I don't know who's like, I love Dewey. I want Dewey in every. That's crazy. Ooh, that's crazy. But all right, back to the fight. She has a really smart move with the hanging up on Ghostface and calling him back, and then shooting him through the door. He's like, it was a smart move, but the fact that you even put yourself in that position where, that worked is like, why'd you? That's a smart move, but why'd you leave the room? Like, yeah, pretty much. Like, she has some good moves overall, like some good ideas. Like, she's been practicing for it, but. Come on, Gale. Why'd you leave the room? You got to be smarter than that. You had absolutely no reason to leave it. But yeah, she gets all stabbed and all that stuff, but she survives. On my next note, I really liked about this movie. I really liked the train scene because you just since it's Halloween, like in the movie, there's people wearing Ghostface masks and Ghostface outfits, and like you could never tell like. Is that Ghostface going to be... somebody's going to get attacked. It's inevitable. Somebody is going to be attacked. But the thing is, if somebody's going to be attacked, which one was it? Because they're separated on the trains and all that stuff. Or which Ghostface is going to attack? Is it this one? Is it that? I did really like that part of the movie. That was pretty good. But there is one part that I didn't like about that. So... Ethan, he's on the train with Mindy. He's one of the Ghostface, but he's not the one that stabbed her. It was probably Quinn. Yeah, probably Quinn. Just a guess. But so Quinn or somebody, they stab her. They stab her in the stomach and then hold her mouth so nobody knows she got stabbed. Absolutely nobody knows. Like the people next to her are all sleeping and all that stuff. Nobody's looking at her. She's sitting there bleeding out. What Ethan does, one of the killers, he goes over there like, oh no, Cindy, are you okay? And then he yells out, somebody help, we need help, let's go save Cindy. Why did he do that? He had absolutely no reason to do that. Because their whole plan was like, their plan wasn't to not get caught, because they seemed to not care about getting caught. They just wanted to avenge their brother and son. Why'd you do that? Why would you save her? Why didn't you just get off the train? What reason did he have to do that? It didn't make any sense at all. But yeah, that made absolutely no sense. I have no idea why he would save her if he was the Ghostface and didn't care about getting caught. But all right, move on from that. Um, and then we see Sam. She's talking to Danny. He's like the love interest for Sam. She's over there like, you're not Wurzboro. You're not Wurzboro. He's like, rep the set or get the step. And Danny is like, you either from Wurzboro. I can't even say it right. I can't even say the joke right. I'm just messing it up. You're not even from Wurzboro. You're not even from Woodsboro. My next note is we see Chad. Chad's an absolute monster. He took down 2 of the Ghostface. He sold them. Like he wasn't even a struggle. This guy is a absolute menace against the Ghostface. He I'm guessing that both Ethan and Quinn. He absolutely folds one of them and like absolutely shoulder charges him, and then he escapes with the others. Then he go back and see another one. He's throwing stuff down, and then over here, knocks down another one. Over there, stomping him, kicking him. Tara gets a kick in too. Like they should have finished them both off, but they didn't. But Chad was tearing them up. He is a legend. Like, so you see what happens when people actually fight back against Ghostface. They win. You win when you fight back against Ghostface because they're a bunch of wimps. Except if they're in Scream 3, they're a bunch of wimps. And then my next note, dude, I was gonna be so sad. I mean, later we found out Chad's okay, but at the moment we see Chad getting absolutely ripped apart. They're over there double. They had to 2v1 this man. That's how much of a beast he was. They had to 2v1 Chad, and then he left through. Like he was over here like he was like run, like. What a legend. What an absolute legend. Ugh. He took those stabs, wasn't even like, ugh. He was like, ugh. How can Chad not be your favorite? How can Chad not be your favorite after that? What a showing from that man. What a showing. All right. What a legend. All right, my next note. I found out, there's 3 Ghostface, like Richie's family. They all want revenge and all that stuff. Because, they killed the family member. It's like really similar to Scream 2 as well. The mom wanted revenge because she killed the family. But, yeah. I mean, it's a fine ending. Way better than number 5, but, yeah, not great. My next note. Oh yeah. Okay. So this was a really dumb moment. So we see them. They're fighting off the family. So they get to the I guess I could just say how each of them died. The 3 family members. So the first one, Ethan goes down. Ethan goes down first. Tara gets dropped from the banister. She gets stabbed and then, stabs Ethan in the mouth. He's dead. Then Quinn runs up to Sam. She gets blasted in the head. She's dead. So with Officer Bailey, he runs up. This one's really dumb. She aims at him, shoots. He hears the gun is empty. She tries to shoot. Then she runs at him. No ammo. Running at him. You know what Officer Bailey does? With bullets in his gun, he runs at her too. You have a gun. You not understand? You're an officer. You somehow don't understand that when you have a ranged weapon, you shouldn't get near people. Use the range. It's ranged for a reason. But he runs at her, and then he even shoots the bullet. So he had ammo. Come on, dude. You can't. And then they fall all over the banister. He falls through glass. And then he wakes up. this is the dumbest part of it. He wakes up. Sam's already gone. Tara's gone. He's alone. So he gets up. He wanders through. Blah blah blah. Gets behind the curtain. He still has his gun. That's the dumbest part. They didn't take his gun. Not only that, it's loaded. They not only didn't take his gun, they left it loaded on him. And then he's over here like headshotting all these mannequins and stuff. And then he's like, what happens? She starts saying stuff to him and he's like, get out of my head, whatever dumb stuff. And then Sam appears. She puts on the Ghostface outfit, and the mask, just cause, for the movie's sake, I guess. And then goes up, starts stabbing the life out of him and all that stuff. But the fact, why did you wake up before the guy? You have enough time to set up all that stuff, to put on the outfit, to put on the mask, but you didn't take the gun away. You didn't finish him off while he was on the ground. What are you doing? Like, you had a knife. What are you doing? You really risked it all just to make a point. It was, my goodness. Yeah, that was about it. Yeah, I'm sure I could tell from 5 and 6 were absolute garbage. Like, 4 was not the best, but I'll give my ratings up for the movie. I'll give my rating for this movie. Oh, yeah, and then my next note, actually, before I go on, I put, let's go, Core 4 for life, because I see Chad, he's back to life, or he didn't die, because, he's an absolute beast, taking stabs like an absolute champ. Like, see, that's why him and Tara are meant for each other. They both took like 20,000 stabs, and they kept on trucking. But all right, give my rating for the movie 6.5 out of 10. It really was not good. I did not like it. But so let me talk about, since this is it. Like, this is the last one for the Scream series. They do have a 7th one coming out in like February, so I guess I'll watch that one. I'm not really excited for it like I was. Like, I slowly got less and less excited as the time has gone on to watch these movies. It's like Scream, Scream 1 was so good. I really like Scream 1. Scream 2 wasn't as great, but it was still all right. It was still an alright movie. Scream 3 was pretty good as well. That was better than 2. 4, yeah, I still like 4 better than 2, but they're all like just okay. Like, maybe it's because I watched them all in a row that I'm like, I kind of got sick of them, because they're all like it's all the same formula. Like, they have the intro where somebody gets killed. They have the little meeting where they're all like, anybody could be a killer. People get killed. They make hints about the killer. They get to the end. They reveal the plan, and then their plan fails. Like, it's all the same formula. So they're all, the movies are very similar to each other in that sense. So maybe it's because I was watching them all like in a row that I got a little sick of it. But I don't know. I feel like I would have gotten sick of it anyway, because the movies are so similar. But that's how it goes. It's not like it's a different story or anything. It's like it's pretty much like a killer of the week in a way. But all right. So I'll give my another note. Yeah, I do really wish they would make I doubt 7's gonna be like that, but I do wish they would make a Scream movie from the killer's perspective, because that looked so interesting. Like, we know who did it the whole time. Like, we're just waiting for them to get found out, waiting for them to make a mistake. And like, it sounds really cool. Like with I don't know why I want to bring up the scene in Invincible, with Omni-Man. We knew he did it the entire time. We were like just waiting for him to get caught. Like, I also thought that was pretty cool as well. Like, something like that. It's like, I know it's like every Ghostface movie is a who done it, but yeah, switch up. Maybe these 5 and 6 have been like pretty different from the others, so maybe switch it up a little. Just sometimes you can just gotta go off the walls. They even mention like, oh, if you go too far from the formula, then people get mad. But if you stick too much to it, then you just keep making the exact same movie over and over again. So it's like, yeah, I do hope to see that, but I doubt I'll ever see something like that from the Scream franchise, at least. Yeah, I mentioned before, yeah, I was getting sick of them and all that stuff, but let me get my ratings for the one I like the most to the least. So the best one is the first one, like by far. That amazing movie, maybe I just think like my favorite movie now. That's why I was so excited to keep going with this series, but next is the third. The third one was it's pretty good. It's like switching up the formula a little bit, but still the same kind of. Yeah. Number 4, it was like slightly better than number 2. It's like just a regrouping of the cast and all that stuff. The second, like, it tried too much to be like number 1, and it wasn't very good. 6th. Wait, what? Oh, I put this in the wrong order on my notes. 5th is next, and then 6th. Well, 5 and 6 were absolute garbage. They weren't absolute garbage, but they weren't very good. Yeah, but yeah, that's it for the series. Like, how would y'all rate the movies? Like, would you keep the same order I did? Would it be slightly different? Do you think did you like all the movies somehow, or do you think number 1 is the best? Also, it's gonna be a while before I do another movie series like all the way through, like this one, like, because this was a lot to watch in a row, especially since there's 6 of them. Like, but if I do another series, what should I do next? I was thinking like maybe Harry Potter movies. I've never seen any. I don't think I've seen any of them. I've probably seen like bits and pieces, but I don't think I've watched any of them all the way through. So I've never seen Harry Potter. I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I've never seen that either. I've never seen I haven't seen a lot of the popular movies, like the Terminator series, Jason, Friday the 13th. Like, there's a lot of movies I haven't seen, or it doesn't even have to be a series, or whatever movies you would recommend me watching or anything. But yeah, that's it. So we're finally done with Scream for now. I'm going to be uploading something different. So bye.